Going live. Let's see if the go live works. Now it says I'm live.
All right, give it a minute.
All right, now it says I'm live.
I don't see anything yet.
Give it a second.
Just
Give it a second.
waiting.
It's giving me the bit rate error stuff. But
We
it's-
here.
There-
We in.
there
All right,
goes, there it
cool,
goes.
cool,
There
cool.
it goes.
All right, guys. YouTube coming for the kids.
Back at it again.
Back at it again. Give me a second. Get things. But again, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, man. They coming for the Lords. They coming for us. They want us to be great today.
Before we go, King, you need to get your thing up, just so we know we got this.
Get his
Both of these done.
Well, let him get his bars
Yeah,
on
you got to
first.
do this.
And then we'll get the what you call it. All right, cool.
Once if YouTube goes down before that.
Hey, we got to deal with it, man. It is what it is. But King, so now that we got our thoughts here, like on this, where you at, man? You know, as far as the big block, and because of cloud, not because of Call of Duty.
Well, it seems like somebody took that afternoon and watched Minority Report and watched Terminator and ran back and said, "This is the basis of what this is." Like, it's
I
like
gotta
somebody.
go though, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro.
It looks like somebody sat there and said, "You know what? I'm gonna watch all of the Jedi saga." And Anakin becomes Darth Vader. we should listen to everybody in the beginning and don't take Anakin. No, he's gonna bring the worst catastrophes. Yo, they was first screaming about Call of Duty. What I like about the PlayStation dudes, I'm gonna make it about y'all first.
Okay.
Cause y'all are some beautiful creatures. Right? Y'all hide in your little holes while a war is going on. Your little fake generals poke your heads out just to see if I'm still on the battlefield knocking people teeth loose. And I'm gonna tell you that this deal is gonna go through. Right? I'm not at it. I don't sit here and say no 10%, no 15%.
Standing on it.
It's money right there. I don't give up. I'm not that dude that you're knocked down and I'll be like, you got it. No, I'm going to trip you. I'm going to throw dirt in your face. I'm going to grab you on the floor and I'm going to poke your eyeballs out. You're going to get this work, right? So at no time, and I believe Microsoft is like me. You dudes would have been wave your little white flag. Y'all waved the white flag as soon as they said they was acquiring them. Y'all was already, I don't like Call of Duty. That was you waving your white flag. I don't even play Call of Duty anyway. Y'all got punched in your mouth and was like, oh, it's over. It's over. Listen, man. Until they say that there's absolutely no way, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer's on your head, B.
Standing on it.
Like, this ain't over. Nobody got to their position by giving up. Shout out to Patrick, who got rejected 2 times before he put in and submitted for his application to get the job that he wanted. Nothing that you want in this life is going to be easy. You thought it was going to be easy getting this done? Nah, it's going to be fights. You're going to have to give out contracts. You're going to have to do this. So being the fact that they set you up, gave you a list of people to go out to, you went and hit everybody on that list with Call of Duty 10-year plans. Then you're going to come out the bush. Well, you know, if it's not a multi-service gaming situation, it might be something that's detrimental to the progress and growth in this space.
How they got that voice?
Because isn't it strange that Ms. Khan, a couple of days before, goes and sits with the CMA?
Okay.
It was four dudes. It's 4 dudes that information. I share some of the information that they get too. The information they was 10 toes down. Yo, Wednesday the deal is gonna go through X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Xbox dudes was popping their bottles beforehand.
True.
Xbox dudes was planning shows beforehand.
True.
Talking about, you know, we got our pom-poms up, the deal is done. Ooh-wee, ooh. So you had the ooh-wee-ooh dudes in the corner. You had the PlayStation dudes going, so I don't care anyway, because I don't even play Call of Duty.
So you implied dudes was frauding because they knew it was over. They thought it was
Exactly. They thought the fight was over. They thought the Mike Tyson knockout, you know how Deontay Wilder dropped Fury and Fury went down. And he was like, yeah, it's over. The fight's over, son. But he got up. He got up. He was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
So you implied dudes try to act like they ain't care when they thought.
None of these dudes cared about Call of Duty at all. It's like, I don't care about that. I don't even play that. If you look at my timeline, I play mostly, Square Enix. Stuff that you feel safe about in your life. I'm looking for Final Fantasy.
Are you implying those are the same dudes that care about the industry and all this other stuff?
All of a sudden now, oh man, in case we gotta pay the devs, because if Call of Duty go over there, it's gonna be a Game Pass, and the devs ain't gonna get paid. Shut up. So Khan goes over here, and all of a sudden, the CMA makes a turnaround.
Uh-oh.
4 dudes that I trust with their information, because I can verify most of their information.
No doubt.
Had it trending that way. That the deal is going to go through. What happened from point A to point B? Who said what to what? Who owes what homie favor a deal? What money changed hands and went someplace else to come back with infrastructure that is in its infancy to be the reason for the block? And what you're saying is, well, Microsoft is prevalent in this space, and they will control the space. Microsoft said they'd give the game to anybody. They don't care about that. That was not it. And if you need any help in this space, Microsoft went out to help Sony. They needed Azure Cloud Serve. That was before this deal.
Yeah, factual.
Like, your homie, your legs ain't looking right. I'll teach you how to squat. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you some leg presses. He's a dude in the gym that just works on upper body.
Oh, don't say my man top heavy. Come on.
So he skipped leg day because Kratos can't jump. So he skipped leg day.
Oh my God.
And Microsoft was like, yo, B, I got you on them legs. I'll help you out.
You calling Sony Johnny Bravo over here.
Oh, man.
Hey, baby.
Dude's out here looking like a martini glass. Oh, man.
So, Sony was like, yeah, I'll give you some pre-workout. Microsoft was like, yeah, all right, cool. That's what's up.
AI, some senses.
Yeah, give me some advanced GG. We good. So, Microsoft has been willing to help the whole time. So for you to say in this space that they went this way, no, this is a delay tactic. Because if you haven't noticed, Sony been during this acquiring this, acquiring Boom Bar Studios, and like you like, who did Boom Bar? Boom Bar never made anything. But the thing with Boom Bar is this: Sony brought them in to do a game, saw how they worked, and was like, let's buy them before they make anything. So the FTC and the CMA and anybody can't say that these dudes was an established entity. We purchased them when they didn't have anything. So Sony is doing it smart, going around acquiring Nifdod stuff here and there and building their stable. So when they can get to their online games and they can compete. This is a delay tactic. The problem is, let's just say Microsoft says, and they win with the EU. They win with the FTC.
So EU's going to be key, though. It's looking
right, but let's say
it's
the
looking
EU
like Transformers, Optimus, Shaun. Somebody better open up the Matrix.
Listen.
Light our darkest hour.
There will always be a Rodimus Prime. There will always be a situation that's going to get us to the win. You're going to get to that win, right? And they're going to do it because I'm not giving up until it's over. I was part of You Got the Touch. I was part of that generation. My generation don't quit. We don't bend, we don't fold, we don't break.
You got the power.
You're going to catch this work, right? So you see how Addict says, oh, I want whatever's the easiest. My generation is whatever's the hardest. Because it's going to stay longer. Battle proven, battle tested, right? So when it goes through and they go to the CMA and they go say, since you've been so difficult, since you want to block it, what we're going to do is, then now that the EA and FTC and everybody else pass it, everybody else says a go, we're going to exclude it from your region until we can figure it out over here. And then you can go to your constituents and you can tell them the reason why they don't have Call of Duty and all the ABK games over here in this small region. Y'all can rock with Sony as much as y'all want. I want to see how many region changes happen that night. Right. Just go, we give it to everybody if you in the regions that can accept it. Listen, if everybody in the Bronx,
again.
Queens, Staten Island, oh man, what's going on?
They hating on us today, man. They hating on us, bruh.
No, we back.
No, I see us. I see us
We
up.
back. We back.
Okay, we good. I see Exit
Everybody from the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Long Island is rocking with us, and Brooklyn don't want to listen. Don't give it to Brooklyn. Brooklyn don't eat. That's exactly what's gonna happen. CMA, y'all want to do it like that? Your people don't get that chance to eat. And if you want to eat over here, go region change your box. Put it to the good old US of A.
So the UK can't eat, and they're gonna have to complain.
You can't eat right now. Since y'all want to act up and y'all want to smile and think everything is all cool when you block, if your box don't do this, if your box don't go, you ain't in, baby.
Oh man,
that's I want Microsoft to do you guys like that. I cannot wait. Y'all turning them into the evil empire. They have been nice. They have went to your doors. They have talked about. It's like they just like Jehovah's Witness knock on your door. Can I talk to you about the book of X? Do you have a couple of minutes?
You got to use different reference.
Oh no, you can't hit us with the JW, KSR. You can't hit us with the JW, Jay.
Would you like to talk? Take a couple of time out. To talk about the book of X. So run for me to talk about the book of X.
The cloud gonna have us living in the paradise.
But they tried to do that.
Let's go.
They have been nice to you, and all you have doing has been slamming the door, spitting in people's faces, reporting them to the police, doing all types of evil things to these dudes. You're gonna turn them into the monsters. You are literally gonna force them to be the evil empire.
All right, now King.
And you're making the instrument of your own destruction by doing the evil practices to the good kid. You're turning the good kid bad. And when that good kid turns bad, they ain't going back from rotten. It's going to be literally whoop butt nation. And you guys are going to watch. This is how y'all become an app. I know y'all going to become an app so bad because let's say this, right? Let's say this thing gets blocked in its entirety.
That's what I'm about to ask you.
How evil do you believe they become? When they run out there and say, all right, give me a Sega, give me a Capcom, give me a Square, and they start just buying people and grabbing them up and telling you.
It becomes Money Hat Studios, right? It becomes Money Hat situation.
Oh man, this the dark turn.
I want Phil
What you want?
to become that Genghis Khan of this.
Oh, we being conquerors now?
I want you know what it is because he has been nice. He has been kissing babies, shaking hands, and been nice. And y'all been saying, oh, he's too nice. Microsoft has been turning the other cheek when y'all been doing these things. I want them to become the Genghis Khan of this. And if it takes this deal to force them to look over and say, nobody's playing nice but us, I'm tired of playing nice, let's go rip their heads off because we have a bigger army. Why are the people with the bigger army treating you nice with kid gloves while you keep throwing rocks and spitting in their face? At what point in time are they going to look over at you and say, you know what, I'm tired of you, little ant, and kick you down the block and turn you into an app?
King, we go scorch earth?
I wanted them to eliminate them from the beginning. I wanted them to break them and throw them away a long time ago. I never forget what happened to Sega. And until it happens to you, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stay on this team. So the fight ain't over. By hook crook, your guys are going to get this work. So if you thought you was going to super chat and shut me up, nah.
They say you got the glow. They say you got that glow. You're
telling you. And when it happens,
when you got the
and y'all
glow,
look over, I want y'all to remember each and every last podcaster that threw in the towel.
Oh.
And I want you to remember who stand next to Phil and Microsoft until the very bitter end. And I want you to put my name up at there with the pantheons of the truth. Not the fake fly-by-night Xbox dudes.
Oh, you standing on it.
I don't know, it's over. Maybe we can go look at Sega. No, we're going to get this deal done. And we're going to go get Sega. And we're going to go get Capcom. And we're going to put this work in because you will be an app within the next 10 years. It's over. You will be an app. And I'm standing on this, no PlayStation 6.
For glory's sake.
So I just need you to say, King, real quick. I just need you to look at the camera and go, who is the baddest?
Who is the baddest?
Down around this town?
Who's the strongest? strongest. You tell that.
The meanest low bro that you've ever seen before. Lick my Converse.
You tell that chicken-hearted son of yours to be at the designated time. At the designated place.
Oh man!
Oh, King got the gloves. Okay. I see what we doing. We ain't going out like that. He inspired me.
You think we gonna give up?
EU, you next.
EU gonna fall in line. See, this is what I want to see happen.
The
When the EU say, "Now we good with it."
Ooh, that would be crazy.
I want to watch these dudes turn tail and run for the mountains. Because y'all coming for me now. Y'all think it's all sweet. Y'all think y'all go, I'm supposed to back down because y'all came 100 strong to my house.
You outside
First
with
dude
it.
at the door getting punched.
every single person catching it.
The first dude is going to get that work. And I'm not going to stop till I get to the 99.
Yo, they said King David Boombaye. Yo, the chat is stupid. Yo, CMA, stop blocking us, man. We having fun. We having fun with this time. Y'all gotta stop blocking the stream, man. This is a fun IOP. Look, real quick, K Asante, I had to ask you this. Obviously, the critical nature of the EU, I believe it's May 22nd. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the EU says no, K Asante, you know, does Microsoft fight this on all three fronts, or do at that point you gotta say, you know what? What is it, $3 billion that they owe Activision if the deal don't go through? Like, what do you say, KSIT, in that scenario if the EU is not on board?
So at this point, it's not just within Microsoft's court. We would like it to be, but it's not, right?
Right,
because,
correct. Activision.
Bobby has been on record at least 3 times, and they try to pin him down on, are you guys ready and willing to renegotiate if need be? And he's kind of slipping and dodging here. He won't say that because obviously that is a board decision, right? And that would be basically be acknowledging that they're going to be at this for another year or 2, right? And no, there's a lot of context in the middle that makes it difficult to call one way or another. Like if you look at, as soon as this block came, what do you call it? The stock of Activision fell like a stone. Yeah. But the one on Microsoft went up. You know, so it's kind of like people, the money men are saying to Microsoft, we like that this didn't go through, step back, kind of a thing. All that in the soup makes it a little difficult to call it, right? For those who argue that they need to stand on their square and at least get some concessions from these regulatory bodies because they need to establish the fact that, hey, we got the money, we should be allowed to purchase things if we want to. I agree with that. Even if it doesn't ultimately lead to the deal getting passed, there needs to be some fight. Right. Because if you're able to have your money and you can't purchase as you want to purchase, that sets a very dangerous precedent, right? Like that's like saying you can only do what the market leader dictates. That's just very strange. Interesting. Right? That's a world we shouldn't want to live in, right? You know, Sony brings all their tools to the table, right? The reason why something like The Last of Us can be as great as it is on TV is because Sony has that prowess. Imagine saying, Sony, you can do this battle, but you can't use your Hollywood tools into this. Microsoft ain't got that. Like that's ridiculous, right? You bring the tools you have to the fight, and that's just how it's done. So I do think that they should at least fight the good fight on that. But they need to learn to walk and chew gum at the same time. Right? They just need to do that. Because as they're doing that, you know, their console, the console brethren, all the folks around are like, yo, you left us behind, second class citizens, this and that. You know, and we ain't gonna talk about the FPS, you know, situation in the room. You know, I personally think it's Honda Civic problems. You know, y'all are talking about y'all are talking about the nicest heated seat while Tesla people are like stroking their beards over there. But that's neither here nor there.
Not the Civic case.
That's neither here nor there. You know, like they need to fight the good fight and make sure that the people they brought to the dance, the consumers who love the brand, still feel that brand is worthwhile. Absolutely. And it seems like from what they've done, they've shown historically, they have a problem doing that. You have more money than almost anybody, but somehow, you know, you can either work on ABK and forsake your platform, or you work on the platform and forsake, you know, you
I understand what you're getting. I totally understand what you're getting. And hopefully, you know, one of the things, regardless of whether it goes through or not, is the refocus on what's on the home front, so to speak, right? And as far as any potential acquisitions that could have been stymied or on hold because all resources were diverted towards ABK. And then also, like you said, just from an Xbox game studio standpoint, obviously we had Patrick on earlier, we talked about mismanagement as far as 343 is concerned, and there are concerns as far as that front is concerned, as far as managing what you got. But be clear, though, I do want to be clear that, I do feel that if this does get blocked, it still does not preclude, they still need studios. If your mission, if your ethos is to be Game Pass and a subscription service, you need steady content. 2022 proved that because Bethesda wasn't able to deliver Redfall and Starfield at that time, there was nothing else in the pipe. So that's why you need these studios, because again, game development takes long. You know what I'm saying? And again, you need that quarterly cadence of pushing things out.
But as King has eloquently put it, right? They're trying to do it on the up and up method, right? If this is completely blocked, you're basically telling them that the way Sony does it is the way that it's done.
Right.
So now you're going to see Money Hat Studios left and right? You're going to see that because that's the only way forward at that point. Because that means they got to be sneaky.
Acquiring developers at the moment. As we speak, as this is going down, it's just the fact that they're not
of that scale.
They're not getting distributors, producers, people that can run their own businesses. What they're getting is smaller developers that can fit in and that can plug in.
They just bought the Bungie extended studio, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
The new Firewatch. It's basically a Bungie's extended. That's right. So, it is what it is. Like, personally, I think it's super interesting, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like this needs to go back to merit, right? So that way everyone can be clear whether you like that the deals passes or fail. We can all at least establish a framework that, all right, this is the barometer that they used. Right. By and large, we're done. The minute they started talking about high performance consoles, y'all lost me. Like, get out of here.
When they was like the Nintendo Switch don't count. Right? Even though they existed without quality. Yeah, I remember that.
While Nintendo's there, Scrooge McDuck and counting their money, like, sure, we are not part of this game. Like, it's ridiculous, So it just needs to be at the merit.
You're right.
That's where I like it.
And one thing this exposed is the lack of regulators' knowledge of the games industry and how they had to be educated on so many things. But we'll see what happens on that front.
Educated on taking the money from somebody and doing things that they're
under the table.
Yeah,
under the table.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Careful.
This smells terribly of corruption, and don't think at some point in time that won't come out. It will be a book like later on someplace, and all that stuff will come out, and you'll find out who Deep Throat is.
Paul.
Well, see, that was from, this guy's days back in the days where, for most part, what was going on with the presidency, but we will find
us
out.
graybeards know what you're talking about.
Yeah. we will find out what went down, who went down, because I find it highly suspect that Ms. Khan met with the CMA a couple of days before and the tune changed. So I find it highly suspect that happens. And don't tell me that you didn't have conversations about what's the biggest thing that you're dealing with at the moment. And you can tell me, we didn't talk about that. Well, where was the recordings to verify that? Who was the person, who was the independent dude that was sitting there next to you that was listening that could say, nah, for sure. We didn't talk about that. I don't trust you that it wasn't talked about. You was embarrassed on air. When the senator got up there and told you, why are you protecting the market leader? The CMA was down for whatever, at that point, and they know if that would have passed right there, if the CMA would have passed that right there, the next was the EU, and that would have fell, and the FTC, and that would have went just straight through. Who's at the end of the day, Microsoft is fitting the bill. And this is to you, Microsoft.
Okay.
Remember who made you pay money and who dragged you through all this extra process. Don't forget.
Well, there's political ramifications that kind of go to your favor if we're going down this route as far as UK and post Brexit and then Microsoft, who helps with their military and security hacking, and this could go down another route.
It's a whole different thing.
It'll be interesting to see if the fight does continue with the appeal process and stuff like that, how far that goes. My only concern is that it then goes back to the CMA if they get that, which percentage wise is interesting on success rate. But I will say this, EU, pay attention to what happens with the EU. I'm very curious.
Yeah, that's it right there.
That's going to be the curious one, right there. So we got that. I know King's going to be babbling soon. Before we do that, you want me to get these super chats first, or?
Well, you want me to do it? Go for it.
King, I think you've been babbling. Right?
Yeah. Well, for the most part, for most of us, learning a second language in high school and college wasn't exactly the high point of our academic careers. I was with computer science. Now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that has sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there is a fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you're traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you can actually use in the real world. I'm in New York, so everybody talks extra different languages, and I just want to be part of the conversation. In my household, I pick Spanish, so Spanish is, the language that I wanted to learn. So, that's what it is. Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. Babbel expertly crafted lessons are built around real life. You learn how to have practical conversations about travel, relationships, business, and more. Other language lesson apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel's lessons was created by 100 language experts. Their teaching methods have been scientifically proven to be effective. With Babbel, you can choose 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. That's so fun. I can't wait to learn German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you improve your punctuation and your accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live class lessons. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off of your subscription when you go to babbel.com/ironlords. That's babbel.com/ironlords for up to 55% off of your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
No doubt. I'm glad we babbling, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to get my Spanish up. So I was glad you educated the realm.
It works really well with, where's the bathroom, how to start a
how to get through stuff when you in another.
Yeah. So I'm learning like the smaller aspects of it. And I was always embarrassed because, my grandmother's, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, she was better.
And that side of the family. And I'm with, my wife, and we at the house, and everybody's speaking Spanish. Yeah. So I got to say, como, and I real slow.
No me gusto.
Yeah, right. And
that's big.
Learning it is helping me. So I practice with my lessons with her. So it helps. So if y'all want to learn a second language, go out and get Babbel. Try it out.
We got the Babbels going on, no doubt. So look, apologies in advance on the super chats, y'all, because it's all broken up. It's in 3 different streams. I can only deal with what I have right now. So if anybody says something that we missed, we're going to try to make this right with Solve next week, hopefully, if he comes back.
What y'all could do is, if you left a super chat and it's not in this chat, y'all can @COG and in the chat and just write it regular and COG.
Yeah, and I'll try to read it that way. That's a good point. So I see the last one I got, honestly, is Lucius Augustus, member for 20 months. Since this decision, multiple companies have stated concerns, and companies are leaving the UK stock market and decreasing future investment. CMA done effed up. Interesting.
Indeed,
no doubt.
Yeah.
We got Dragonheart Yobi, $5 super chat. Phil Spencer is Hulkamania. He's tired of being nice. It's time to bring out Hollywood Spencer and create the NWO for life.
I think so. I'm with you on that. I really think they have to stop being nice and just go for the juggler.
Yeah, interesting. Jay Rembert, $5 super chat. King is right. Microsoft needs to stop being a nice guy, at least when it comes to Sony anyway. Then we got Spartan Ghost. I got skipped. Okay, Spartan Ghost, 72 £2 super chat. Sony will be selling cartridges when the dust settles. Okay. Okay. So. That's what he got. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. So again, if I know I've missed a ton of super chats, but Brother Saul's not here and Attic is not here. So again, if I missed it, please again, you can at me directly. I'll try to read that during the show and get that popping. And then we want to move on to our final topic, which I'm glad Santi is sticking around for because I'm very, very curious on his thoughts. Oh, we have a £5 super chat from the sagging nutsack. I don't understand the sudden goalpost move from Call of Duty to now cloud gaming. What changed? Is Google snitching too?
No,
Right.
I don't think so. I think that they have very good lawyers as well. And I got to give Sav his flowers.
Yes.
Sav said this from the beginning.
What he said?
That Call of Duty stuff is not the thing. Y'all supposed to be looking at cloud.
He did say that. Sasha Damas.
And I think we're going to have to wrap Sovereign up and put him in a closet until this is over. Because everything that he's been saying is like they're taking notes from what he is saying and they're using his joints, his words as a cheat sheet. Because if you was ever going to attack this deal, the only place that you can attack this deal from is this space, is cloud gaming. Because Microsoft has the largest infrastructure when it comes to that. And somebody said, well, Sony has VR, and they're not going at Sony, for having controllable space and console with VR. Listen to me. That's apples and oranges, right? Sony does have a cloud type of system, right? Microsoft isn't in the VR space with Sony at all, right? So when that happens, then they can have that conversation. But Sony is in this space. And the fact that they're telling them, oh, well, we can't grow in this space because of this. And, look at Google. Google died because of this. And there's records stating
They did
that.
use the failure of Google.
Right. Because of that, this is the reason why Stadia couldn't grow. They're looking at this and saying that if Microsoft does get Call of Duty and all these other games and are able to roll out games in a succession type of way, it would be detrimental for anybody trying to grow in this space.
And technically, if you look at it, two things. First, the CMA is using all of Game Pass's numbers as using that as their cloud infrastructure. Like, we don't have the breakdowns, but there's no way most people who use Game Pass also play cloud. I play cloud. Right. And I'm a rare beast. I have a G Cloud over here. I enjoy it, but most people don't like it, right? So if you look at the whole 29, 30 million of subscriber base and say that's your cloud, that's first and foremost a very skewed number. Secondly, if you're talking about the size of the infrastructure, technically the biggest cloud infrastructure is AWS.
Yes.
Just because not a lot of people are there does not mean that their footprint isn't still dwarfing Microsoft's.
Good point.
So in both cases, it's kind of weak sauce. It's kind of
Good point, especially on the Game Pass subscriber breakdown, as that doesn't represent the entire of them accessing that.
We would love to know the breakdown of those who actually use the cloud. It's probably not as big as we think.
Good point. Good point. So look, when to get into this topic, this is my topic as far as the ASUS ROG. I'm calling it ROG because it sounds like cock. But shout out to ROG, Republic of Gamers. Obviously IOP and LaunchGaming.net were privileged to go to the reveal event. And just want to talk about it really quick. Appreciate the love from all the major outlets as far as kind of sourcing our coverage. Shout out to Tom Warren. Shout out to the Fox who had on KSAT had on the Gaming Circle podcast, and also gave some love to myself and LaunchGaming.net. But yeah, it's been revealed, man. So we got that Ryzen Z1 and that RDNA 3 FSR 1080p 120 hertz free sync with 7-inch display. 500 nits. We're talking about full-fledged Windows 11 gaming on this device, Wi-Fi 6, Again, as far as the SSD upgradability internally, and then you could also use a micro SD, and then, very lightweight devices. One of the things I noticed off the bat, when I picked up the device as a Steam Deck owner, I'm like, man, this is really light. And then the picture quality was outstanding. Grips were at an angle. D-pad, people had some questions because I guess it is circle D-pad. Truth, before I make a definitive whether or not it's a go, I did fire up Street Fighter 5 that they had on it. Because I said, all right, let me put it through the all-you-can and the fireball test. Usually those are good, and I was able to get them joints out. So again, we need more data though, more reference points. But my initial feel was, man, this really feels good. It felt like a premium device. We'll say off the bat, very quiet. Very quiet as far as the fan noise.
You have 2 fans inside.
Yeah, dual fan, dual speakers in the front, Dolby Atmos. And again, for me, not saying that no device has ever done this, but for me, one of the major attractions for me as a Steam Deck owner, the games I want to play, I can't unless I go through extra steps, which is, again, I'm a Destiny player. Destiny is banned because of, the Linux situation on that. Again, I don't want to play streaming all the time because of my travel. I'm on a plane. I'm on the Acela and Amtrak with Lords. We go into PAX. You know what I'm saying? I'm in situations where I'm not going to be able to stream and access the cloud. So having native Game Pass downloadable to the device is critical to me, right? So being able to log into my Xbox PC Game Pass account, have all my achievements, continue my game, that kind of stuff is really appealing. And the fact that, I got to be honest, y'all, Microsoft being in the building with AMD, with ASUS, and ASUS really showing their commitment to being a gaming platform, as well as Microsoft saying, hey, fully fledged Windows 11, we are really spearheading driver support and making sure you have the latest firmware stuff for the games. That's critical to me. So, and the other thing that was really huge is the fact that they're championing a multi-storefront device. Okay, you don't like Game Pass? Hey, Epic Game Store you can put on this. Hey, you a Steam guy? Hey, we can still put the Steam OS app on it, and you can still rock your Steam game. And I tested Steam. I played Ghost Runner on Steam. Played phenomenal, being able to have your stuff there, and Ubisoft, I believe their storefront was there as well. So look, it's ambitious. My only key was, okay, what's this price going to be? Because, you're talking all this performance.
And what did I tell you before it even happened?
Well, the rumors, the leaks, I can't comment on them, but I'll let y'all comment on them. There are leaks that are coming out right now as far as what it could be. And, if they're able to hit that target, it does seem like a Steam Deck competitor from a price point standpoint. Right. So I want to start with Kay because... I know, Lord Steam Deck, Lord G Cloud, I don't know if he's the biggest fan of the Ally. Everyone giving me feelings that you's a hater.
He's about that smoke. It is what it is. He's about that smoke.
Yeah, he's about the smoke. So, what are your thoughts on the first, the ROG Ally, the hype about the device, and then also your thoughts on the rumors of a potential price point overall. So where you at with this?
So let me get into this by just establishing the groundwork here. All right, let me just establish.
You're gonna set the rules of engagement.
Yes, because I have been misconstrued.
Everyone out here saying things. Go ahead.
He's out here frauding on my name. I mean, you appreciate that.
Let's go.
No. Okay, so I am super excited about the ROG Ally. I just am. Why? Because this environment, this platform has been around for a long time, way before Steam jumped in, right? And it took someone like Valve to jump in with their business model in order to make it attractive for others to follow suit, right? You see AMD following suit with releasing reference chips that then others can then piggyback off of, right? So that is exciting to me. Okay, like all your points that you were making, Lord Cognito, I agree with, because I myself am a member who has an SD card that runs Windows 11, right? Because I want to be able to play that Windows stuff in addition to my Steam games and all that, right? So I completely understand. And of course, as soon as I start talking about this, I know Slow-Mo is going to be in the chat. Like the Valve marketing executive, Kay, remember our contract? I see you there.
Man, you get Slow-Mo in there.
I see you right there. No, so I there are certain problems on the Windows side that I'm hoping the ROG Ally will resolve. Right. Universal controller support, because Steam doesn't have that, so you have to install a third-party application that will give you that, right? They have like when I first bought the Steam Deck, I was very much, tomorrow I'm installing Windows, right? And over time, when you're using it, I'm sure you know this, right? When you're using it, you appreciate the Steam OS and how it's integrated with that hardware, right? So I am so excited for this market to be established and to have a lot more players in it. You know, salute to the Ioneos of the world who've been doing like great work for a long time, but they've been at like laptop prices, so most people don't pay attention to that market, right? To the GPD Wins, who've also been doing amazing work. And even actually, I think the GPD Win, as soon as this news of the ROG Ally came out, GPD Win showed off their prototype, which has exactly the ROG Ally specs, but at a smaller footprint. I'm just like, how are they doing this? Amazing, right? But the reason, now I say all that to say I'm excited for it. Let the record show. Right?
Here come the hate.
Where I bring not hate, where I bring caution is the reason why I am excited. The reason why I have been excited for the Steam Deck is because they got me with the hardware, right? And I'm all over the place. I built a very powerful rig, and I also have a teeny tiny system that I use in my hands. And depending on what game I'm playing, I play between the two. Actually, these days, Midnight Suns lives on the Steam Deck, so you know, it is what it is, right? So I have no dog in the fight. I have all the consoles, so I get to play wherever I want. And I appreciate that. It is what it is. Man, baby, right here. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Salute.
Right. But what has now established me as a Deck fan is not the hardware, but the support of Valve since that hardware has been released, right? Salute to Facebook/Meta, who showed the way where when you start hardware a certain place, you offer a certain price, and then you exponentially make that hardware better over time. So later when they say, oh, by the way, this thing is now $100 more, as much as it may hurt you, you look at the rap sheet of what it can do now and go, yo, when I first bought this thing, it could do a quarter of the things it can do now. So maybe it justifies it. That is my whole focus with Steam, with the Steam Deck versus the
support,
the ROG Ally.
Respect.
Now, let me be clear in why I say that. I have a big, long history with ASUS. I build a lot of machines. I built my latest machine.
My motherboard right there, ASUS too.
Build a lot of PCs, right? Like when I build my PCs, the thing that ends up, of course, here he goes.
Yo, Slow-Mo going in on you.
Yo, I knew he would do this.
He said, Valve marketing exec, remember the talking points, Kiyosaki. Reference the notes we gave you. If you forgot, yo, he out of pocket on you right now.
You know, that's what he does. That's what he does. He's good. So with ASUS specifically, they are a company that they're kind of like a one and done type of a situation, right? Where do they get the money? When you buy the hardware. That's when they get the money, right? They have no reason to keep you anymore until the next piece of hardware that you will buy from them. Unlike your PlayStation.
Right.
Unlike your Xbox.
With the software.
Unlike your Valve.
Because
that's right. It's a loss leader. They know that they're going to keep this machine as pristine as they can. They're going to keep iterating on it because you will then buy from their app store and then you'll continue to move the ball forward, right? Same thing as in the Facebook Meta Quest 2. They iterated upon iterating to make sure that hardware continues to shine and you want a place to buy their software, right? ASUS does not have set history. Right? They don't have an app store. They don't have any way for you to double dip and get more money out of you. So their first situation is you bought the hardware, we're done, we move along. Right? And because of that, I got to look at it with a little bit of a side eye. Because that's their business model, right? Because you threw all the great hardware at me, right? The specs and the speeds and feeds. I'm a speeds and feeds guy. I love all that stuff.
I'm all that,
Right? So you threw all of it at me. Some of it is a bit more dubious than others. 120 hertz screen. You ain't never hitting 120 hertz.
We know. That's gonna be older games.
Unless you're playing like Nintendo, unless you're playing like freaking Super Mario Brothers 3, you're not hitting 120 hertz.
But the techie, you gotta love that they got that.
It's cool. It's cool. It's absolutely.
But I feel you on a practical day-to-day usage. I feel you. Continue.
Yeah, some of it is snake oil, but by and large, the specs are great, right? My problem is quick example, Elden Ring came out, right? Y'all remember Elden Ring, the greatest game ever, right? When it first came out, for about 2 weeks, there were a lot of hitching issues across the board, right? Do you know where it played best? Steam Deck. Why? Because Valve saw there was an issue and they modified Proton to smooth out the frame pacing.
Respect.
I don't expect that ASUS will be focused on that, monitoring it to that level.
Let me push back a little. Let me push back. Let me get my ASUS rep to talk to you. Okay. So my ASUS rep said, joking. But I guess you're making extremely valid points, brother. Like, I'm not gonna say you're not. And I guess for me, from a practical standpoint, one of my biggest frustrations, as much as you said with the Elden Ring, was the fact that so many games I love were not Steam Deck verified. Right. So the thing that really impressed me in one of the videos where we had the Microsoft Gaming, one of the CVPs of gaming up there, was that it seemed that Microsoft, the vibe I got from Microsoft was like, look, we ain't really gonna make no hardware ourselves, right? So we gonna sit there and look and pick who we feel is ideal for what we would try to do if we were in this space. And the thing that surprised me was the game support there. Now, to your point, you're correct. ASUS doesn't make any software. They don't, you know what I mean? Like
but it's Windows.
Right.
So that's a different world. Yes.
Right. And they kept stressing the Windows and the Windows 11 aspect. And I'm just curious, to your point, because you have valid concerns that if they would be more committed, this Republic of Games more committed with the Windows 11 and the Microsoft support, and if Microsoft truly does back them as their quote unquote Xbox handheld.
That's what I want to see, man.
Yeah.
You show me a approved by Xbox, made for, more than just, you can play Game Pass on this.
Right.
Like, show me that you have a first party, whether it be Microsoft or PlayStation, or it doesn't matter. Show me you have a first party, even Steam. Like, show me Valve is backing it, because like in my world, I want Valve to buy like Ioneo and make that their hardware division, because Ioneo makes amazing devices, right? Show me you have the backing of one of these first-party store owners. That tells me that you now have incentive, because they might be slipping you some dough, right? You have incentive to keep that thing shining.
Right.
You show me that, and I'm there, right? Like, if you leave it to their devices, kind of like how the G Cloud has been left to their devices, it doesn't, like, some of us know what we're doing with that thing. Like, I'm at a dentist or something. I got one of the greatest games ever played on this device without connecting, and that's neither here nor there. But under normal circumstances,
yes, under normal circumstances, yes.
Right, under normal circumstances, if you leave this device alone, because honestly, before I got into the whole deck situation, it was the hardware that got me there. But I will tell you, it's their support. Salute to NVIDIA, believe it or not, the NVIDIA Shield that has been out since a year before the Switch came out, and I still have my NVIDIA Shield here. And every 2-3 months, I get a new update that gives it more features and functions.
That's important, brother.
That has become surprisingly valuable, right? Because as games change, as nuances pop up, they're there to adapt.
Actually, the Shield's been out when the DS
before the Switch.
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
No, good point.
Yes.
I had
Absolutely.
every iteration of the Shield.
Yeah, you was rocking with the Shield. I remember.
I love my Shield. I still use it on a daily, right? I still use it to this very day, because NVIDIA, say what you will, in the GPU space, they might be clowning, but on the Shield, they have kept that thing shining for years, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what I value. The fact that, hey, I buy this thing, moving forward, they got me the support. Now, let me be clear, 100%. There are places in Windows that ASUS has a leg up. The universal controller I'm talking about. If they have a universal control scheme that you just pop it up and every single app store sees it,
I love
that's big.
That would be huge.
That's big. Excuse me. I see they're using the Armory Crate, which is their interface. Which I use that for my motherboards and stuff. They have a modified version. If it allows for integration between different app stores,
yes, I can confirm.
I can
confirm, because that was the thing.
Smooth front end.
Yes, the thing that impressed me was, again, it was like 4 buttons. The first 2 would be the equivalent of the start and select icons that the Xbox controller would use, right? Then they obviously had the shortcut key mappings in the back. Then the bottom 2 buttons on the bottom right was the Armory Crate. When I pulled up Armory Crate, it listed all the games on the device regardless of storefront.
The
So
store,
it had
that's right.
Ghost
Yeah.
Runner Steam icon. Here comes
Yep.
my Hi-Fi Rush Xbox icon. Like it had everything very streamlined and organized. The other button I believe was kind of like the performance and statistic nerd stuff, which is kind
TDPs
of
and performance and
all
all
that
that.
good
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
that part, I was like, okay, this is pretty intuitive in terms of that. But I hear what you're saying in reference to having that type of UI that is integrated and is smooth
Yes.
and accessible in that
The
way.
ultimate
Yeah.
goal that I have, like, and this is me being real, like, I want the ROG Ally to succeed. Myself and Everborn Saga have a bet. He says I'll be there day one. I said, not so much, sir, because the PC I built right now will take me 4 years to even have a hole in my pocket. So I'm not buying it day one.
No
But
doubt,
I
no
may
doubt.
buy one soon, right?
Yeah.
But my ultimate goal is, we all saw the hackathon or whatever, where
Yes.
Microsoft had the UI. I'm from the old school,
Let's go.
Team Graybeard.
Let's
Back
go.
in the day, Microsoft used to have a media center interface. You used to buy Windows, you put the MCE, the media center interface.
Yes.
I had my PC in the living room, load up, and every PC integrated with it some way. It had a front end for consuming entertainment. I want a front end that you can go to the App Store, download, and whether you have a GPD Win, whether you have a Steam Deck, whether you have a ROG Ally, whatever it is, you load up the front end, it integrates,
Right
and you
into
have
there.
yourself a
Good point.
console-like UI, right?
Good point.
If that is what happens here, because there's more investment and more excitement in that space, like you were saying, Cog, they're loading Windows on this. I need them to be more judicious in how they use Windows, because Windows 11 from jump is bloated hardware, is bloated software. It really is, right? I'm loading Tiny 11 on mine, which is literally Windows 11, but stripped off of all the bloat, and all you do is you download the ones you need, right? There are ways for them to succeed, and if when it comes out and I'm waiting for the Lords of Gaming.net full review and it looks like they got it all straight, Everborn Saga's gonna get some knees. It is what it is. Until then, I'm just, side eye.
So you in the cut. You impressed with the device. You just want to see a couple more things to really get you over the hump. And before I give it to King, the last part I want to say that I thought was really, because again, if we didn't really touch on the price rumors, but if the rumors are to be true, then to me that shows that not only they're aggressive in trying to compete in the space of Steam Deck, but also, let's be honest, all these other devices that have tried to accomplish this, they can't compete because they can't get the chips and at the volume at that price. So what that shows me is ASUS's commitment, the bulk amount that must have been purchased to get it to this price point, to get this
it's
sweet.
at Best Buy, like
Bro.
it's at Best. That is big. It being at Best Buy alone, you can just walk into a store and just pick it up. That is monstrous.
That is huge. And that to me, it showed me the commitment. So we'll see. But I'm curious about King. You know what I'm saying? Where he at? He's been kind of on the money with these leaks and these rumors on price point. And what's your excitement there, son? You stupid.
Hey, Tom.
Listen to you, little.
I did say this would be $6.99, and apparently there's a nice little leak that has
Should not
pegged me to
confirm or
be
deny.
right 100%. Listen, bro, I get emails and DMs too.
You're an NDA dude now.
No, actually not. I just look at stuff and I laugh, and I just wait for it to come out. But I give my prediction ahead of time.
Yes.
And I just say, it's based off of me. I do have a cheat sheet as well. So $6.99 sounds about fine for what they're introducing. All right, so full transparency, Cog and I was supposed to go to this event from ASUS, and the ROG Ally was this is the machine that I'm looking for. Yeah. Right. Boy, before they even said that we were able to go to this thing, I was just, I can't wait to see this thing. This thing looks crazy. And because, the G Cloud, I was into that until I found out exactly what it was, right? And it's pretty much what the PlayStation is going to be trying to do. So that's why that price point sticks. I don't believe that PlayStation will lower their price point. It will be $299.
Tom Henderson wants your knees, by the way.
Yo, Tom, I want this console, so send it to me.
He said when it come out, he got to come on the show and talk to you.
Yeah, you'll be here. You'll be here. I'll be doing a live unboxing. I would like overnight shipping.
Bessie.
priority shipping, so I can priority open it up right there for you. So I wasn't able to go, but we had to sign NDAs. Right. And being that I wasn't able to go, I'm not beholden to the NDA. That's Cog.
That's Cog. Wait. Oh, okay.
He can't talk about price, but I can talk about all that stuff. The machine, from the resolution of the screen, looked incredible to the positions of the button layout. The fact that it's using Windows 11. So, Cog went in with a specific set of questions that he was asking, and then he also found out other stuff while you're there that you can, adapt on the fly. So I got to give true respect to my brother for going to this event alone, and capturing everything that we asked for in the background, and was able to adapt on the fly to ask in-depth questions on the fly in this environment that was moving fast. If it looks like it was moving slow, if you're on the other end of the camera, it's moving really fast, and he has to have the adaptability to get all the information that you guys that aren't there are able, to get. So lordsofgaming.net had all that information up, and those videos is up right now.
Yes,
so if you want to see in-depth boots on the ground journalism,
thank you.
Not somebody that's waiting for information to come to him and then regurgitating it. Somebody that's actually going out, getting the information and formatting it and bringing it back to you in bite-sized chunks. Cog is the Babel of this, right? He's gonna allow you to interpret this, and he's gonna help you through it. So I want to say thank you for being there and being one of the first people to bring that out on something that I really wanted. Now, I knew Microsoft was always going to funnel out the making of a console. All you guys always, I want Microsoft to make a console. I want Microsoft to make a console. Well, Microsoft did a cloud console with G Cloud. They participated with that. If you want Game Pass, it's on there. That logo was on the box with them, and they're like, yo, check this out. NVIDIA's working on that. And then they went with a direct competitor. ASUS went with that, and you go get the Ryzen AMD chipset in there, and Microsoft was with them from the ground up. That Game Pass and stuff is downloadable onto the device. This is what makes it more appealing to me, and it's running Windows 11. So if you look at the interview, Microsoft was with them hand in hand, step of the way, making sure that things were working from a software standpoint. And I think this is where Microsoft puts their foot in the console space without being tied to manufacture and do all this other stuff.
Right.
They just giving you the software, what they're good at. They're great at hardware, but why splinter up your group and your sections when you can have somebody that is great as hardware themselves in that space, and they're deficient at software? I think this becomes the official handheld of Microsoft going forward. I think it battles Steam Deck on all fronts. I think they have a good chance to carve out a small niche in this handheld space for premium owners, because $700 is not nothing to just wipe your nose at. This is something serious. This is a serious piece of tech, and if it can deliver the 2 times hardware specs that they're talking about up above the Steam Deck, then they might have something truly special. What I do like about it is you can use it like a Switch on the go, or docking. And Cog did ask them, what's the battery life? So they
dodged a little bit.
The guy dodged a lot, not a little bit. He did a whole matrix move, and he was like, depending on the software that is being used, this thing will give you a varied amount of
the matrix when he was doing all that.
Some in the position to know say that it's exactly the same battery capacity as the Steam Deck. Which gives me also a little pause, because you're giving me more watts, but not more battery. Makes me go, but yes, we shall see.
A whole hour and a half on Tekken. you have a smooth 45 minutes on Street Fighter 6, but you have the ability to dock it.
True.
That's where they won for me. It looks like a Switch. more robust and more powerful to run those games, and it's running Windows 11. I'm in on this thing. And biggest thing,
Let's
more
go.
than anything,
Let's go.
has lights.
Yeah, I go for it. I didn't think I would care about that stuff. There's two things that surprised me about the device. One, I was like, damn, at first I was like, why they made it white? But then when I put it in my hand, I'm like, yo, this thing looks sleek, bro. Like
I didn't know y'all were RGB dudes. That's interesting.
No, but what's funny is I'm not really a person like that. And the first thing I asked, I was like, can you turn that off? That was just because you know me, I'm thinking battery life. I'm like, he's like, yeah, you can turn it off, but I'm not going front kick. It's something about it. It's very sexy looking. You see that white? Yeah, it got a look to it. The ally.
With your hoodie on, and it's a dark room,
and then people see you. What's that?
On your
bro,
joint.
it's one of them joints. People go over to you. What's that you playing? What is that? And I'm like, yeah, that's that ally joint. You know what I'm saying?
I have one question. One question for this is specifically for King, because we know that maybe Lord Cog has.
I'm compromised. I'm compromised.
Okay, so that's $700. That is meant for the Z Extreme chipset, right? That's the higher end.
Yeah.
So that's what the rumor has been.
So.
The rumor speculation. Yeah, $700 for that higher end, which is $51 more than the Steam Deck variant of the high end, right?
Right.
So what's the low end cost? Because they have the Z and the Z Extreme. They've only rumored the Z Extreme, which is $700.
Oh no,
what's the lower?
There's been rumors on both parts.
Okay, so I don't know what the rumored low end.
I can't comment, but if you look at Wario 64,
I would say the
up.
lowest end will probably be 550, 600.
Okay.
I think they're going to keep playing in that space.
Yeah.
Guys like us don't do anything less than the best. So I never looked at what was the lowest price points, because
and I mean, let me tell you, like Steam Deck, had I known, I would have bought the middle of the one, because the high end one that I did buy, most of it I could have changed out myself anyway. Right. But you don't know it. Like you say, King, we see the plethora of choices. Give me the best one, and then you move on.
Yeah, but it's always best to get to the best part and been like, oh, I could have changed this. I could have did that, but it was done for me. Like you peasants, you can mix and match and change your SSDs and go inside the back of your console and rip your wings off and sliding at a different SSD. I'll just put an SSD in the back of my box. I don't do manual labor, darling. I don't.
That premium talk.
I've never dreamt of a job. And I don't buy consoles or anything to work.
Oh my Lord!
I see that SpongeBob SquarePants meme with his pinky in the air.
Yeah, very pinky in the air energy right now. This man says he's going for the highest end. He doesn't concern about the commoner.
I don't care what the little man is doing. Excuse me, TCL owner.
Oh boy!
Pardon me. You're in my way. I'm going to the premium. Oh,
you would know about that life.
That's with everything we do. We go inside someplace, and it's the best feeling in the world to be like, they go, when we was at the hotel, you had the broke side of the hotel.
I can't with him.
And then you had this side of the hotel where we was at. When the CEO was like, "Oh, which side of the hotel are you on?" Well, on that side of the hotel. He looked at you with the, "Oh, you like the premium lot."
He did. They did. It was different energy.
He definitely did. Because if we would have said we was on the broke side, he would have been like, "Oh, excuse me, I have no time for you."
I cannot with him. K, real quick, check your DM when you get a chance. I just sent you something to your your Twitter DM when you get a chance, K-Side. If you can check that
out. Yeah.
Immediately, that would be quick. But look, I'll jump in real quick. Like I said, it definitely feels like the device for me. And to K's point, there are still questions. We're not going to say there's not. We still got to see the benchmarks. We still got to see performance, battery life, all that good stuff. But from a standpoint of a Windows dude, so to speak, you know what I mean, with the option to play multiple storefronts, and especially Game Pass is going to be huge for me. And like I said, like Kay said, I really hope Microsoft gets behind it really aggressively. And I think the cool thing they got going for them is the hype train. I'm starting to see people not just whether it be other coverage or my coverage say, look, like I was curious about the device, but now I'm in, and it's going to be interesting to see if that translates. So I believe they have the launch event is May 11th. And that's when they officially will announce what said price is. And yeah, I'm curious. For me, I'm definitely gonna pull a King and go extra premium. I'm gonna need docks. I'm gonna need whatever. I ain't go for. I'm gonna ice my. I did the same thing with the Steam Deck. I iced my Steam Deck out, like high end, the whatever the extreme model. Listen, put it this way: before the rumors of this really attractive price point that we heard about, I was willing to spend a G. I was like, this thing sounds like it's gonna be G. Let me put a G aside because I'm in. I need this on the go when I'm going to my packs.
I mean, Cog, like not to cut you, but
let's go.
If you're willing to spend a G, there are like many really great other devices that do exactly this.
There absolutely
and will give you more for your G.
No question.
I guess my question is what has the and this is a genuine question for all the people that are excited. Back when I was like, yo, the Steam Deck is great, and people are like, I don't care about handhelds.
Yeah.
The ROG Ally has seemed to capture some zeitgeist that seems to be different. So I'm genuinely concerned, like questioning what is it that it does different?
I think what it is for me, besides the native Game Pass, which is huge.
I knew that was lit.
Native Game Pass, huge. Besides that, which other devices, I get it. It feels, first of all, it's a sexy looking device, and it feels like Microsoft is going to support it. So for me,
I hope that part is right, man. I hope so.
When I see the execs of Microsoft at this launch event, so to speak, I see them speaking. What is it? The senior VP, vice president of Microsoft Gaming Devices Ecosystem. Is there, you know, AMD's architect of, you know, gaming solutions and stuff like that, and gaming marketing from AMD. When I see these heavy hitters in the room about a device that you're not making, right? So to me, it shows a level of endorsement and commitment. They're offering, you know, granted, it's, you know, Game Pass for free. They're talking about, we launched, you know, Minecraft Legends supposedly around the thing. To me, it feels like Microsoft is kind of hitching their horse to it. So that I'm never going to get an Xbox handheld, so to speak. This feels like the spiritual successor. This feels like what it should be. So, it's that combination, and it just hits a lot of the check boxes for me as far as the other things. You know what I'm saying? As far as the, you know, the upgradable storage and all this stuff. And again, no disrespect to these other devices. It just feels like the ROG has all the things that an Xbox fan would look for from a handheld that's not Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. No, I get you. They've been able to get their marketing and messaging.
Their marketing is closer.
I mess with them.
And look, you know, we'll see. You know, the truth will be seen on support. And you know, as a Game Pass champion, as a person who wants to play my stuff consistently, you know, it just feels like it is for me. But
I'm with you. I'm with you because I like everything you're describing now. I do on my deck, but I had to do it the manual way. Had to install this, had to install that. Had to put the Play Night front end on it so that it's able to like what you're describing now, where you can see. I'm a tweaker. Yes, not the other thing.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Kay. The Xbox console guy doesn't want to tweak anything. He wants to fire it up, know it's working, and know it's good to go. And as much as you can eventually get maybe to that same result, there's something that the console guy is always about: ease of use and access.
Exactly, convenience.
Absolutely. And that's why the ally. I'm like, oh, cool. Look, because I'm gonna be real. I gotta call out y'all Stream Deck too. Like, dude's you could do, you know, streaming and all right. They don't have the native streaming Game Pass app, and then I read the steps. And I sat there and I'm like, this is not that this is a programming course or anything, but these is a lot of steps just to get something that is truly not natively supported. And the other thing I'm disappointed in, I thought by now, how long we into the what you call it, the Steam Deck life cycle now? How about a year or two?
I think it just had its year anniversary a few weeks ago.
I was just hoping Microsoft would be a little bit more aggressive with working with them and getting this thing over and getting Windows.
How you can be aggressive working with them when you're working with these dudes?
Exactly. And that when I seen them working with that dude, to me that signifies that you doing half and half support over there with Steam.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And
because
you really over here.
Spoke about it. when they first spoke about it, they did say, "Oh, well, here's the browser steps for now while we work on a better client."
Yes.
Right, and that better client never showed up, to the point where now there's actually, for those on the deck, there's an app called Greenlight, which is the app that Microsoft should have released.
Yes.
An app you install, and then it lets you. So I completely feel you on
That's
that.
it.
I will have one request, though.
Yes, please.
I see a $5 super chat.
Oh, let's go.
From a very slanderous individual.
Let's go.
I requested that's not read because he's full of lies.
We're going to go right to that, because shout out to the other half of the Gaming Circle podcast, a podcast you really need to listen to. Everborn Saga here, $5 super chat, my Sega brother. Don't let Kiyosaki gaslight y'all. He be waiting outside Best Buy overnight in the rain with no umbrella for the ROG ally.
For the record, sir, I wait outside for nothing, sir. It'll show up at my door if I so choose it.
No, that's premium. That's premium.
Did you just see the pinky in the air? This is what I'm talking about. These guys try to act like they ain't about that. Just because they try to talk that humble stuff, hey
man, look. With great power comes great responsibility. Not everybody's gonna be out there buying the ridiculous machines left and right.
Facts.
So I have to speak to the normal man. It is what it is.
So what you do is you sit there and be like, yeah, I'm with you. And then until y'all get up to that part in the line where you be like, all right. You know how you online having a conversation with the dudes, and then it's like, and then the bouncer come out and be like, "Who has wristbands? Me."
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
But I got you I helped you to the line. I mean, I got you there.
He stood on the line with you. He's still,
trying to act like he's trying to act like he the common man with you, but he not. He is the emperor on the line with the peasants. What are we eating today, guys? Oh, we're having porridge again.
I can't.
I love porridge. It's like, King, get off the line. Okay, see you guys later. I'm going to have lobsters.
See, this is not the case. This is not the case, ladies and gentlemen.
He's telling you he's going to have lobster soup and you're going to eat porridge.
Everybody said in the stage that I will definitely buy one. I am not definitely buying one.
You stand in your square. Respectfully, you are on your square. So look, that's all I got on the ROG Ally. Again, appreciate big time all the love and support. I have never done a tech preview ever. I've never done any stuff, so a lot of this is a learning experience. And I know, like I said, and I have my brothers with me, obviously extenuating circumstances, because I know King was going to be there. He felt so bad he couldn't make it. I know.
That's the only time I cried.
Yeah.
Literally in the car. When you know something, like I had to, that's bending the knee at its finest. Mm-hmm. Like, I left super early. I was like, yeah, this is going to get done. And I was really believing.
I know you
was going to holding on until hope. I was trying to figure out some stupid way how I can make it happen. And when I realized, damn, I'm not going to be there, a tear came down my eye. Because I'm like, I think this is the one. Like,
we felt that. We felt like getting coverage on this might do something for us. And it did.
It was not even that. Mm-hmm. Like, as a fan
of gaming and tech, like we we got an eye on this device, and it was cool to see, man. And again, just being in the room with, a gadget.
One thing you did that I have to give you credit for, which I don't know if you did that on purpose or what, but continue to do that every time. Open multiple things on any device you test.
I was pushing it.
Multiple things to see how far it went. Because a lot of people, we were talking about it, even on my show, folks were commenting on your great video, and they were like, yo, it had multiple things open in the background, and still the game that was on the main screen was playing and playing well. All that stuff goes very far. Like,
appreciate
it really does help. Like, it really shows, how capable this device is, and you really did a great job at that.
Thank you, brother.
Salute to you and yours. It was great. I hope to see more tech content.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying, man, for sure. It's definitely something that is of interest to me. It's always going to be the tech IT geek in me that loves new technology, and I think it was the perfect combination. The fact that I have handheld roots, and it's always cool to see. I was the dude that had the Atari Lynx. I was the dude that had, anything new that's trying to be innovative in that space is really cool. It just felt like a good combination. So thanks for everyone for showing the love, you know what I'm saying, and going out and support. And we'll see what happens on the 11th and all that good stuff. I want to get these super chats, see anything I missed, and then we'll rock out before Everborn slanderous chat. We did Sag and Nutsack. We got him out of there. I think we got him out of there. Let's be honest, cloud gaming is nowhere near perfect. We need someone like Microsoft to step up and make it better. Without them, I don't see cloud gaming going anywhere. I just want to make sure I got
No, we
that.
didn't do that one.
Yeah, so that was new. Mario 187. Y'all side with it. Catching bodies with it. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Xbox should make the Series S? This is a KSRT question. Do you think the Xbox should make the Series S into a PC gaming handheld device like the Steam Deck? It will probably change their narrative into a positive perspective. Now, KSRT, you've had the Fox and other people talking about this and stuff on your channel, your amazing channel.
Yeah, the Fox, and if you don't know the Fox, ladies and gentlemen, you should be following him. He is the wizard of engineering.
Yes,
he knows what he's talking about, and he'll use the math to explain exactly what he's talking about, and he is always right. Basically, he came on the show and he called it the Series S, the Trojan horse of the console market, where they are artificially pegging the Series S. They're limiting its capabilities, even though you plug the thing into the wall and presumably you can throw a lot more wattage at it, but they're artificially limiting it, like to an alarming degree, to the point where the question becomes, why are they doing that? And if you look at, and I'll leave him to explain it much better, check his channel out, check out our show. But if you look at the speeds and feeds as to what he's describing, it's because he's anticipating that in the next generation, when the quality of the SoCs, the system on chips are better, you as a developer have already created your mobile handheld game because they limited you the last gen, which is now. Right. So they're kind of secretly making developers build the next Switch Pro kind of game just by building it the way they are today, which is, 4D chess stuff that I think is very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that's really how they're looking at it. Maybe it's a very some genius engineers in the background saying, look, man, in the next generation, the way we're looking at it, it might be interesting for us to start this now so the transition is much easier then. I'm looking forward to it. I know Everborn Saga's out there talking about the hybrid console future and whatnot. Yeah. This looks like it's kind of heading in that direction. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about it becoming a handheld PC because they will, in my estimation, they'll always want to establish that Xbox ground. They'll want to keep it, the console. I bet you'll see one that has the same, the Express chip, the Express expansion card that will just come out of your console and plug right into the handheld, and you can keep it moving that way. I can foresee that. But yeah, I don't know about it being Windows specifically because they seem to be separating their ground. This is our Windows audience,
Windows thing,
our console audience. So we shall see. But yeah, it's an interesting time. I am there for it. Right, the more capable these small mobile chips become, the better of a chance we have for being able to establish all these grounds. Right, you see last gen consoles where people are like, it's the big console. It has the T-flops that are way less than your phone at this point.
Good
right?
point,
so the time is near, and it's very exciting that people are jumping into it. Yeah. I just hope Microsoft is
get fully full,
say get in there.
This generation's last time.
And I'm not saying don't even do the hardware, like you're saying, King. Do not do that hardware. There's so many partners that are ready to do the hardware for you.
Yeah,
just get that software established.
Yes, I
get
agree.
that nice front end. Anybody that wants to bring their device comes to it.
Yeah, Microsoft is a software company, and they want to get back to their roots. They don't want to be in this hardware stuff, and they're going to get to the point where the infrastructure is big enough. Just have the app, and you can play it wherever, and they can partner with
and the UI, and kind of get it custom to what K is talking about. Because I do agree with them. Like if they have that clean interface, that UI that goes, but it could go a long way for them. That we'll see how
you have your GPD Win. It comes out. You have your Aya Neo. They come out. They all have various different levels of hardware, but they all use Windows.
Yeah.
If you Microsoft bring a front end that automatically adds your Game Pass right there and others. You win. They're making the hardware for you. It's beautiful. It's a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, definitely. And I mean, for the Windows 11 standpoint, I want to give them credit that I did like the fact that I was able to pull up Game Bar and have the traditional stuff that I would have on PC.
Yeah.
It felt good in that respect. So we'll see what happens. I want to get the final super chats. The man who got them horns, member for 29 months, Lord Braun, showing some love before the end of the show. Thank y'all for rocking with us. I know YouTube has been killing us today. Sniping us. Everborn Saga, $5 super chat. The beauty of COG's coverage is most previews try to fetishize the tech, which really only serves as an advertisement. This was real world use. Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, I wanted to put it through its paces. I wanted to come from because everyone there, to be honest, I didn't feel were necessarily hardcore gamers, and I want to give that perspective. What is a hardcore gamer going to feel? How he going to think? What he going to put it through the paces and that kind of thing. So I thought that was really cool. Thank you for that, brother. Much love. Voidlock, member for 16 months. Sony fired, I think he said fired a bunch of Bungie devs, then we rehired them so they make a new studio to keep the game on Xbox and PC. No PS6. He's riding with you, King. He says no PS6.
Yeah. I believe so too.
No doubt. And he said, Slow Mo, $5 super chat. This was nice. Some gaming circle podcast vibes without the constant bad takes and tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. What are you implying, sir?
He's going at Everborn.
What are you implying at my gaming circle? What you doing?
There is no implication necessary. He's speaking truth right there. I'm just saying.
Are you implying because one member of the gaming circle podcast is not here that there are no tinfoil and conspiracy? Everborn, get your man. Get your man.
I hold the tinfoil hat for him. As the originator of the tinfoil hat,
you and Everborn are in pocket for sure. Yeah,
we
definitely.
rock together. A lot of our opinions.
Sure. Salute. So let's get up out of here and get the poll that we got rocking. All right, with the CMA recently blocking Microsoft's acquisition of ABK in the UK. What do you think Microsoft's next step should be moving forward? Choices are A, appeal based on cloud nascent market and focus on the EU next. B, move on from the deal. Focus on smaller studio acquisitions for Game Pass. C, focus on third-party exclusives and increasing first-party quality. Or D, I don't care. No Call of Duty for UK. And that's final.
Let's go.
Anyway, that is the question. Those are the choices. Please rock the vote when it goes up on Twitter. Again, I want to salute the legendary Patrick Wren from Respawn, which we had on earlier in segment 1 of 4 streams, YouTube. So hopefully you don't kill us in the algorithm today, but it is what it is. We've been sniped. But go check that out. Really talk about everything that's going on. He addressed the performance issues. He didn't run from it. He didn't run from the Halo Infinite situation. As a former 343 developer, he got it. Please check that out. Go support it. I know it's split up there. We'll try to edit it as best as we can. And then, of course, my brother Asante coming through, man, dropping the knowledge gems, breaking down the CMA with precision, and then, of course, giving that good Allied Steam Deck love at the end in the handheld scene. Where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Oh, I will first and foremost say, of course.
Here he goes. $5 super chat. I mean, $2 super chat. Evermore Saga. Move on to Sega is his choice. Okay, continue.
Of course. No, I appreciate you brothers inviting me. It's always great to be on this show. I have said it many places, and I will say it here. My favorite podcast on Sundays. When you guys are not on, I'm beside myself. When you have an 8-hour joint, my wife is looking at me with the side eye because I can't take my hand off the phone. So y'all gotta
love.
Yes.
Love.
No, but thank you guys so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. Gaming Circle Podcast, TKO Asante on Twitter, Xbox, PlayStation, all those places you want to find me. We have been blessed with awesome guests as of late. I think next week will be another awesome guest that the ILP might know something about. It's not confirmed.
Not confirmed yet.
It is, and we'll see. So the ILP might appreciate that.
All right, so I'm putting the channel in the thing. What time can I find? What time is the game?
And that is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday morning.
So y'all in the morning.
It is a little bit early for some, but depending on the guests, we sometimes we can move things around a little bit. But no, it's always fun. We're getting a lot more viewers, a lot more folks checking us out. I see a lot of friendly faces that check us out as well. So I cannot sing my appreciation more. I appreciate you guys always support and all of that. So you won't see me on here. You'll see me in your chat next week because I'm always here.
I appreciate you, brother. The support is tremendous. And then just to see your guys' growth has been amazing to see. I try to sneak in when I can. And, bro, I really love the discussions. Very intelligent discussions. You have fun, but it's really cool. You know what I'm saying? And keep up the good work, bro. I love to see it, man. I see my man Ham Solo in there gaming.
Yes,
I
sir.
see you in there. What's going on, brother? Salute to Everborn. I love what you guys got going on. Salute to Boom, too, for giving brothers a platform.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
As well.
He will always be... no one will ever be able to talk down the Boom to me.
Nobody
that
can
man
say that.
is great.
At the end of the day,
can say anything but a great word for
facts.
that man.
Nobody can say nothing about my brother Boom. He puts people on in position, and now y'all doing y'all thing, doing your own thing. Salute on that. And so Gaming Circle was longer than ILP this week. That's the new norm.
It was just crazy. It was just wild. I don't know how the heck that happened. I apologize. I think it was 5 hours or something.
Yeah, they was out of control.
No doubt. Again, send some love to Attic. Had to dip a little bit early for holding us down, and then please send some love to Lord Saul again, and my boy Lord Kaibatu going through it with a loss in their family. Truly legit. Flood that timeline. Hit him some love. You know what I'm saying? Again, what they going through right now, because I know he wanted to be here. Lord King, bro, you had the masses inspired. They came in here ready to pelt stones and thought it was going to be a sacrifice, but you rose up and you inspired a whole. People say it showed up. People like they got the glow. They played. You got the touch. All the inspirational music came out. You said you standing on your square and the community is riding.
Because I'm the only one that's keeping it a buck. A lot of these dudes like to ride off the coattails when it's good. You know, it's always great to ride with somebody when they winning. That's the best time, right?
Easy.
You guys feel the best time is when that guy looks over when everybody's deserted him and are you standing there? I was the one that gave Phil his name.
Factual.
I was the one that was there when dudes was like, dudes I know that rock with him was standing there saying, I don't know about this guy.
Good point.
That rock with him.
Good point.
That I was like, nah, B, watch your mouth. He's the one.
Right. No, you had to check me because I was coming with Peter Morse land. I was right. I'm still Peter Moore, but I mean, Phil's my guy. Don't get me wrong. Much love to Phil, but I'm a bias toward Peter. So you was like, I'm gonna show you my man. I'm gonna show you what he do.
I said, he's about the praise that I'm about to give him. I don't give praise to men easy. Pause. But this dude right here, and I see y'all now. Y'all thought that was the death blow. Y'all thought that was the
Kumo D death blow?
The final count that he was gonna take the knee. The CMA was gonna be it. Nah, man. I watched all Rocky films. I'm about a real hero. I'm a Holyfield fan. I
got to take him off of here.
Yeah,
because the only one.
And
that's me. All that fighting. Sucker think he good. Sucker think he with me, but I know he ain't good. Hey, boy, he whole style is chump.
It's like, y'all, I come from an era where I ain't hear no bell. So when it's over, then you're gonna see me bend the knee.
Okay.
It's not over.
Respect.
And when this dude lands that haymaker and your champ starts to wobble and his knees start to shake and he starts to buckle under the stress and he looks at you and he tells you, remember what I said I was gonna do to you? What y'all did was y'all making a beast stronger than what he actually really is. Y'all hyping him up, and he's gonna get to that point where he's gonna knock you smooth the hell out. And after the EA joint happens, and this deal goes through, and they become that monster that y'all didn't want him to be.
Okay.
I remember each and every last one of you dudes that said I didn't like Call of Duty anyway.
We got the receipts.
I remember each and every last one of you dudes that was like, I don't care about the deal. The deal can go through for all I care, but was championing it as soon as it got blocked. As soon as it got blocked, it came up, yo, King, where's your knees?
They were scared.
It's going to be in your mouth when the deal go through. All right, so I'm put some barbecue sauce on my knees and take your teeth out. You're going to get this knee.
You're going to get this knee.
You're going to get this knee. Because it ain't over. I don't quit. I don't bend. I don't fold. And I'm not fake. So I'm still riding with Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer. And his name ain't going to be broken into nothing. I want him to become Genghis Khan on you. I want you to look over in terror at what he did to y'all because I seen how soft y'all are.
Oh
Y'all wave the flag as soon as it get rough.
Mm.
And I gotta respect Jim.
Jim
Went out there with his snitching ways.
What did I tell you? The Mount Rushmore of snitches. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Mount Rushmore.
don't be
he went out
helping
there,
him.
the meekest, the most cowardly. He is Loki.
Oh, damn, the trickster.
He's the trickster. He a master of illusion. But I say this, and I'm always gonna say this.
Let's go.
If Shaun Layden was in place, this deal would have been done already. It took a beast like Jim, a dude that, you know, his spine is wiggly. You got a little tail and a little nose that wiggles.
Not the cutthroat with the cadaver.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that dude does what he got to do to get where he's at. I seen it when he consolidated Japan and took away your studios that you loved. Remember that he folded them up when he went to the EU. Remember Psygnosis? He closed that stuff down. He closed studios down. He consolidated and he moved the war over to the EU. I respect you, dude. So when they get your pelt, it's gonna be the best pelt in the business. Phil coming for your pelt. Shout out to Lil Phil running through, and he's the young squabbler. I respect him. Odin got his back all day.
All right, he riding. You heard it here first. Lord Addict is back to help us out on any final super chats we may have missed because we missed Solve very much. But
yeah, me and my girl went out for ice cream.
There we go. Oh, salute to you and your ice cream. I like how you ate that. Me and my girl went out for ice cream. You had too much fun with that. But let me go. What we got? Or are you still pulling them up?
Did you read any since I've been gone?
Yeah, I read probably the last couple, but there's probably a few before that you know, what you call it, that I definitely missed. I got up to the sagging nutsack. I got his thing.
So I'm gonna just read them all, just be able to say so.
I'll let you know.
Let me read the ones that I know for a fact I read.
Okay.
I read that one. Normal People I read. J-Dub, both of them I read. Slow-mo with the $5 super chat. If y'all getting treated like second-class citizens, go where Xbox values your opinion on PC. Did you read that?
Nope. That's good.
No, we didn't read that.
Good. Missed that one.
$2 super chat from TSWS Gaming.
Yes.
Doesn't the S have more than 120 frames second games than PS5?
Yeah.
Doesn't the S have more 120 frames than the PS5?
Yeah.
I believe that is true. Yes.
We got a $5 super chat from J-Dub. I don't want a new deal. I want to block you, merger, Jim Ryan.
Ooh.
Jim Ryan is the GOAT. He said that to Brad Sand's face and make good on that promise.
Hey, I love that. I want you to stick with him. And I want to see you next week and for the next coming weeks. I don't want you to run. I want you to hide. I want you to stick around. So when the deal go through, I want your niece.
So you say J-Dub ain't mad enough to pop up here on ILP if that deal goes through.
When the deal was looking like it was going through, nobody was talking to me.
You ain't see
Y'all
nobody
don't even
outside?
at me no more. I remembered y'all. I forgot y'all still existed until y'all pop up and be like, yo, King. I was like, oh, y'all still alive.
I see.
Yeah, man, stick around.
$10 super chat from Kyle. PS guys are short-sighted. ABK chose to sell after Vanguard didn't sell well. And the continued drop in MAUs, I don't know what that is.
Monthly active users.
Oh, okay. Monthly active users. ABK has said depending on Call of Duty, it's not sustainable. ABK could very well fade in a decade. He's saying in the long run, he doesn't know if they could survive or not. $10 from Jada. The CMA UK clearly stated these deals that Microsoft is signing up for everybody is not detailed enough and gave Microsoft 100% of the pot instead of current industry standard 30%.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, but if Sony would do it, you'd be out here, get him, Sony.
Got a $10 super chat from Gamer by Choice. I care about the deal because this has wide-reaching implications to companies beyond gaming wanting to merge. Imagine if companies pull out of the industry because they feel they cannot grow. Well, Nah, we're not going into any of these. $2 super chat from Hargit Shani. The stream is being blocked more than the ABK.
Yeah, factual.
Yeah, Khan is on me because I'm speaking facts. You know what it is.
$2 super chat from Gamer by Choice. Microsoft entrusted with UK security. Cloud, nope. $5 super chat from Dragonheart Yobi. Phil Spencer is Hulkamania. He's tired of being nice. It's time to bring out the Hollywood Spencer and create the NWO for life, brother.
I think that happens.
$5 super chat from Jay Rembert. King is right. Microsoft needs to stop being nice. The nice guy, at least when it comes to Sony, anyway. Okay. $2 super chat from Spartan Ghost 17. Phil, burn the ships, grab the shields. We going in. $5 super chat from Nintendo, the Dawn Otaku. Phil Spencer is Kang at the end of Loki, and the CMA is Sylvia, effectively turning him into the Conqueror.
Yep.
$5 super chat from Sagging Nutsack.
That dude.
Hold up. $5 super chat from Reggie Mobile 9. Salute to the Lord's Excellency 3-part show. I agree with King. I think it's all delay tactics. In the end, Microsoft will win. $2 super chat from Spartan Ghost 17. Sony will be selling cartridges when dust settles. Yo, but for someone with this bad news, King, you really riled these people up. He
rised them up. He got the masses on their square. They talking.
I don't want them.
King just like delivered that speech that you have when you're like in Lord of the Rings, right before they go to the battle. They know they're going to lose.
Son. It's one of them 300.
Listen. I don't want them ever to have a mustard seed heart. We don't do soft talk Sundays here. Our hearts don't pump Kool-Aid. We are Spartans, and we don't ever fold at the first sign of trouble. Don't ever forget that. Spartans ride to the death.
Respect. You know, you inspire people today.
Okay, now we got the Sagging Nutsack super chats. 5. I don't understand the sudden goalpost move. From Call of Duty to new cloud gaming, what changed? Is Google snitching too?
Wow.
And we got a 10 super chat from Sagging Nutsack. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. Cloud gaming is nowhere near perfect when we need someone like Microsoft to step up and make it better. Without them, I don't see cloud gaming going anywhere. $10 super chat from Mario187. Do you think Xbox should make the Series S into a PC gaming handheld? Oh, you're right. Is that one?
Yeah, they're not doing that.
I think we caught it, but I just want to make sure that
no, there's still more.
Okay.
Oh, from what you've read.
Yeah, I remember that one reading from that point on.
Because there's 2 Everborns. There's a bunch of Everborns and Slumber.
Yeah, we did. I think that we caught up there because those are the ones we did. Cool.
Now, and there's a member chat that y'all missed that I put in the chat here.
Okay. There's a member chat
inside Zoom.
All right, give me a second. I saw Addict. Do you got that one in Zoom for that in case you put in?
Hold up,
member chat, and I think Stitch was like, "Yeah, we missed his member chat." But
I have Stitches here.
Okay, cool.
We got 41-month members from Stitch. If the EU passes the deal, the UK could lose cloud gaming. Also, the decision just hurt every other cloud service that was going to benefit from this deal. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that Microsoft handed out those deals, and working with the CMA or what they put forth was a benefit for Microsoft. But at the end of the day, they used that to basically hold it against them. With enough petitions and enough people appealing with Microsoft, they have a whole bunch of people that can benefit from it. So I think the appeal process will go in Microsoft's favor.
We shall see. But yeah, I
think this is a giant flaming L. This is like Microsoft mailing their own L to them. They're not getting it now.
When they mail the L and it come back a W, what you gonna say?
You know what, King? Just because I love this deal to go through, if I'm wrong, I'm willing to give you my knees over.
I don't want your knees. I want your knees.
What you want?
I want your frailty. I don't want your knees. I don't want you to be flip-flopping no more. I want you to understand
You want your undying fealty?
Yeah, I
How
want your
about this?
fealty. I
How
want you
about
to
this?
pledge. I want you to pledge your heart to Microsoft.
How about this?
Don't turn away.
How about I give you your knees back?
No, listen. I already grew knees back. I'm Wolverine. I got Deadpool knees.
You got regenerate. Okay.
Yeah, my knees been back weeks ago. The thing is this. I want you to understand.
You don't have
talk
you don't
will
have
not
been
be
knees,
tolerated in this space. We got to get. I got to talk to graphics god.
Let's
We
go.
got to
What
get
we need?
emoji for soft talk. Because some lips whispering very softly that we don't need no more soft talk Sundays. Like, we got to walk away from that.
Fair enough. Well, look, that's all I got. Unless anybody got anything else out of you got anything else before we done get up all out of here?
We
good?
You know what else we need?
What we need?
And shout out to Drink Gas Guy. We need an immediate though. King says, keep dreaming.
This guy ready to give up at the drop of a hat. Oh, we're bleeding. I give up.
I feel like an entire
man.
government saying no is not the drop of a hat.
Nah, and you have one person outside that said yes. EU got us. This is an independent person that decides to do this. Now, when the EU says, nah, we with what this independent dude's talking about, you can work over here. Don't give them it. I cannot wait for them not to get it. And then for their offices to be bombarded with, why can't we have it? What are y'all doing? And then when everybody on that team decided to change the region that their Xbox is from and their PlayStation is from, and they abandon the region, when all the little lights go out the region, they populate someplace else that actually have it. Yeah, you the cause. And I want Ms. Khan to go over there and try to figure out why the CMA don't want to talk to her no more. Why they ghosted her and not returning her phone calls.
And there you have it. So look, we will catch you guys next Sunday. Absolutely funny show. Good.
Oh, I'm sure next Sunday is gonna be one crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
Sunday.
We'll see what happens. We got more stuff cooking. Go check that out. And again, make sure you go subscribe to my brother KSI to the Gaming Circle podcast. And that's all I got. Everybody enjoy your Sunday and thanks for rocking with us. Peace.